Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a chatty get ready with me. I thought we could sit down this morning, do our makeup, get glam for the day and just have a good old fashioned bestie catch up, chatty get ready with me, Q&A, all of that good stuff. So if you're excited to get ready with me this morning, don't forget to like and comment and let's get into the video. So I've done my morning skincare this morning and now I'm just going to go in with Weleda. So I just thought it would be nice this morning, well this evening for you guys when you're watching this probably, to just sit, have a chat, show you guys like what makeup products I've been just loving recently and what my like go-to routine has been, because I feel like I've been on a little bit of a journey with makeup and just been really putting I guess time and effort into perfecting what that looks like for me and just getting like all the correct steps. I feel like I've really put time and effort into it over the last few months and I've been loving my makeup recently and I get questions about it, so I thought I would just sit down and share with you. Let me just prime the rest of my face and then I'll start with the questions. So I'm also going to go in with the Milk Makeup Hydra Grip Primer. This is so good and this as a combo with the Skin Food, it's honestly unreal. Like for no makeup days it makes my skin look like glass, like literal glass, and it just, I don't know, it's a really like thick gel like primer. I've never really had one like this before and honestly like since I've had it I love it. Also excuse my dry lips, they are a little bit of an issue right now. But to do my brows I always brush them up and give them like a Lamo brow look with the Got To Be Glue. This I get from B&M, Home Bargains, anywhere like that, but what I do is like back comb them, get the product through, and then I leave them to go tacky, which I feel like if some days mine don't stick as well and I think, oh what have I done, and I think it's the days that I don't let them go like tacky so they don't set right. So let me leave them and let me get some questions. Okay, first one is, how did you discover your endometriosis and how does it affect you? And I did mention this on Sisters and Souls the other day about how like coming off the pill sort of enlightened me to the fact that I had suspected endometriosis, and I won't go into the full conversation of it here because I do want to save it for the podcast and give you guys like a full in-depth sort of journey of it. But my little like sort of mini story time regarding this is I came off the pill and started having all of these symptoms that I had never felt when I was on the pill. I was having really bad pains in my tummy, I was getting really bad periods, my stomach was literally ballooning to the point where I looked like 5 months pregnant, had all of these weird symptoms. It was really painful to have sex. That's one symptom that I've always had but didn't really put two and two together at the time. It was only when I discovered all of these other issues that I thought, oh, okay, I think there's a bigger issue here. So I started with my GP. They referred me to like I think it was a clinic. Then I was referred to a gynecologist. And I've been seeing this gynecologist since that point, which I think this is coming up to 3 or 4 years now. And he recommended to me a year ago that he thinks that the only option for me at this point is surgery, and you can't be diagnosed with endo without having the surgery because the surgeon physically, that's the only way he can see it. There's no other way of seeing it until you have the surgery. It's like keyhole surgery and they scrape it away. However, he suspected that it was endo the first time I ever met him, and he did all of these other things on me and give me different like medication to try and made sure it wasn't any bowel problems, etc., and none of that worked. So I think about a year, 18 months ago, he was like, I am 80% sure that this is endometriosis, like you have got it as far as I'm concerned. My cervix must be really, but sorry if this is a bit TMI, but my cervix is really painful to touch and all of that. And he was like, that is just screaming endo to me. So he recommended that I have surgery basically, and I am honestly just frightened. Like I've never had surgery before. I've been really blessed to always have really good health, and yeah, so he told me to have surgery. This was while I was in 3rd year uni though, so I was like, okay, but like I am gonna not have it while I'm in uni. But obviously I've been graduated for a year now, so I do really need to get back on top of that. So my brows are brushed up and I'm now going to go in with Maybelline 4-in-1 Glow. So I've been really loving this concealer. It's the Wet n Wild one. I'm just going to put it under my eyes. And then all over my face, I go in with the Maybelline 4-in-1 Glow. And this is shade 1.5 light medium. And I think it's the perfect shade for me personally. So if you're looking for a shade recommendation and you think you're similar skin tone, get this one. So yeah, my endometriosis is something I've never really commented on too much because obviously I haven't had the surgery, but yeah. Okay, next question was, how regularly do you get your biab done and how long have you been getting biab? I started with biab 2021 and the summer of, so almost 2 years. I haven't always had, I think the start was a little bit rocky with like I wasn't getting them done every 3 weeks, but I've never gone back to acrylics, and this is my nails now. Other than one of my index fingers, I can't remember which one it is now, they're all my real nails, so they are really long now. They've got so healthy. I get them done every 3-ish weeks. I find that after 3 weeks, mine start like calling out to be redone. But I would say maybe if you're starting and you don't have the strongest nails, get them done every 2 weeks, which is what my mum does. I love it. My biggest tips would be have length cut off them so that they get really strong, because that allows them to get like really strong, and like don't let them get like really long and just keep having like infill after infill. Like soak them off, prioritize like getting them healthy, and then the length will really come. Like once I've had mine done for 3 weeks, mine gets so long, but I do tend to have a lot of the length cut off just to keep them like strong and healthy and not snapping. So I think biab is like the best thing ever, instead of having to put like acrylics on. I love biab. I'm a big advocate for it. Someone else asked, how many siblings do you have? So I've got one brother who is called James, and he is 19, so he's 3 years younger than me. I have always been really close with my brother, and then we've also got a stepbrother who's Archie, who I guess because I call him my brother, and honestly, like if you guys have got stepbrothers or half brothers or sisters or whatever, you will know like it's almost like offensive when someone's like, no, like they're not your brother. It's funny, and I think especially like the last few years since Archie moved in with us full time, and like he lost his mum and I lost my dad, like it's brought us really close. And he is 15, so he's just about to leave school. I'm so proud of him. But yeah, I've got 2 brothers. I always wanted a sister when I was little. I'm surrounded by boys, but honestly I love it. And then my boyfriend has 5 brothers, so it's like having 7 brothers, especially like his younger brothers. I do just think of them as my brothers. So yeah, 2 brothers and then 5 kind of brothers. Oh, someone asked, how are you doing, lovely? I am honestly doing so well. I feel really like excited for things to come. I feel like I really want to start doing more, making more moves, like whether it's career, whether it's money, whether it's fitness. Like I just want to start really like making the most of the time, because I know I'm very blessed to have like the freedom to sort of work when I want, earn money like different ways, and I just want to be doing more. I feel like I've really enjoyed this last year since leaving uni, which is what I promised myself I would give. I said like you can have a year, like do what you want, like not kick back, but like I sort of said like don't feel pressured to go into a 9 to 5, to feel like pressured to get a like full-time job as well as like other things I do. So I'm coming to the end of the year now, so I honestly don't know what I'm gonna sort of have planned for myself. I need to like really decide what it is, but yeah, I'm doing really well. I've really enjoyed this last year, like I said, having off and just being able to like develop as an individual, I would say, and like spend time growing on social and like yeah, I've really enjoyed this past year, so I don't know what the next year or so or whatever, like what the future necessarily is going to look like. I need to really sit and decide. Like, you guys will know that I really want my own fashion brand, and that's been my goal. So like, whether it's going to be that, whether I don't know, I always wanted to do styling. I don't know whether I don't know, like I really need to sit and decide, I guess, but I feel really positive and really excited about it, so I feel like that's the main thing. How did you get into manifestation? I have spoke about this a lot, but I would say what made me get into it was I remember my dad just telling me like more about spirituality, I guess, and more about positive thinking and how like your positive, how your thoughts sort of control what happens to you. And oh, by the way, I didn't tell you any of those products. I've just contoured and bronzed my face using HIII in tan, and then to do my blush I mixed the HIII highlight, which I love. I mixed that with the Made by Mitchell liquid blush, and I got this in Teach and Peach, and this is the most gorgeous shade ever. I love it. I also have a darker red, like reddy, like rose shade, and I love that too. And then I just used the HIII Duo brush, which is the best brush ever. I'm just going to set all that using the Barrier. So yes, I remember my dad talking about like positive mindsets, how your thoughts sort of control your reality, and then I don't know, I think it was a very natural, gradual, I'd say just interest. Like the more he started teaching me, the more books he told me to read, like I just actively researched the whole concept of spirituality, and I just sort of fell into manifestation because it really interested me, and it was something that I could proactively do. It was something that I was seeing proactive results from. And yeah, I just got really interested in it, and it felt good to learn about, and it felt good to learn about different like methods and reading different stories. And yeah, it was just a very natural sort of thing that I was interested in. So yeah, I'm very grateful for my dad to sort of pushing me into spirituality and like sort of almost reprogramming my brain to be a much more positive person. Someone else asked how to save money for a house. I would say budget. I would say, yeah, budget. Like work out what realistically you can save a month that still allows you to have a life, but also like if you are desperate for a house and that is all you want, and like you are not going to almost like you're not really enjoying going out with your friends or any of that, like if you're in a space in your life where you really really want that house or apartment or flat or whatever it is, maybe like having the disposable income isn't that important to you, so maybe you could save like more than other people. It honestly just depends, but I'd say put yourself on a budget and just stick to it. Like say, okay, this week I'm going to pay my bills and I'm giving myself £50 to go to Starbucks, grab dinner with my boyfriend, maybe order a top from PLT, and that's it. Work out what works for you. Work out, maybe like look at some houses that you're interested in, that you like, that you would want, like sort of see what you want, and then you can work backwards and say, well, if I want this house which is worth X amount, my deposit is going to be around this, add my stamp duty, add my solicitor fees, blah blah blah, and then I think you can make a little bit of a plan to go forward. But yeah, just work out what works for you. And if you're self-employed, I would say get all your accounts in order, like get an accountant, say like this is the deal. Obviously they do a lot of it for you, which is great. But yeah, if you're self-employed, I think get on top of it before you even start the process, and then you don't have to worry about like, oh my god, like I don't have accounts. Or and also get a good mortgage advisor. So I've always used my cousin, and I also recommended her to Mia and Dan, and they used her, and she's honestly the best. She's called Katie and she works at Signature Finance, because you don't have to have an account, a mortgage advisor that's local to you. Like a lot of it's done over the phone, obviously. So if you are looking for someone, she is honestly the best. Just really takes care of like our best interest, thinks about the bigger picture, and she's just really good at what she does. So yeah, I would say budget, work backwards from the house, accountant, like get everything in order, and also get a good mortgage advisor. Someone says how to be uncomfortable with the unknown / the future. So let me just set my face and I will answer that. I think that this might come across unhelpful if you are someone who does struggle with the concept of the future, but I would just say, like, you can't change what happened in the past. This is just a collection press paler, by the way, and I'm just going to set my face using this big Zoeva brush. You can't change what's happened in the past. You can't predict or change what is in front of you. All you can actually worry about and all you can actually like actively have a part in is your actions and your feelings and your emotion in the present moment. So almost take that fear out of the future and focus on what can you do today to make sure that maybe your like biggest fears don't happen in the future, or whatever you're worried about, can you almost actively stop by being present in the moment and just focusing on now? Because like, what realistically are you going to solve by being worried about what's going to happen in 5 years? Like, you're not going to solve anything. You're not going to, like, what is the point? If anything, you're going to have a more negative mindset, which is going to bring more negative things to you in your life. So remove the fear and put the fear of like, oh my god, what's going to happen, like turn that into motivation, into excitement and motivation to make sure that your future looks amazing and you're like really proud of it. But I would just say, like, have more trust in the universe. You cannot stop what's coming your way. Like, bad things are going to happen to all of us at one point. You know, we're going to lose people. There's going to be obstacles. There's going to be challenges. But we're going to grow through it all. There's always a silver lining to things. You only evolve in situations where you're pushed to change and you're pushed to learn and adapt. So be more, like, excited about the future and less, I guess, scared. Like, have trust in the universe, have trust in yourself that you can not only handle everything that comes your way, but you're going to benefit from it and you're going to evolve and you're going to like find your true self. So stop worrying about it. I know it's hard, but you are not gaining anything. So focus more on the present and forget about the past and the future. Social media trends, your favourite / ones you dislike. This is really hard. I really like the movement on TikTok into a more like relaxed, more like chilled vlog style content, but also if you're not engaging in that content, that's not even coming up on your For You page, so you might be like, what the hell, like we're not even going that way. But I just really like the more chilled. I hate this like judgmental space that some like social media platforms have. I just love really like positive, like I love platforms and creators that push you to become a better you and make a positive impact on you and your life and your lifestyle. Yeah, so I just like a positive, like I love like positive books you should read, or you know, how to have a productive morning routine. I love that we're all in a real age of productivity and positivity and just like pushing to be our best selves. Oh, someone said, have you and Ollie ever been to the Lake District? Hit me up if you ever do and need recommendations. We have never been to the Lake District actually, and I would really like to go. My brother just came back from there on the weekend, and yeah, it's somewhere that I definitely want to go. This blush, by the way, is Milani in Berry Amore, and it's their baked blush and it's stunning. So yeah, I would really like to go to the Lake District. I really want to book for Ollie's birthday. It's his birthday at the end of the month. I want to book like a lodge to go away in, so maybe that will end up being the Lake District, who knows. And on the back of that, have you got any holidays planned for this year? Honestly, no, but well, yes, we have actually, that's a lie. We're going to Turkey with my family in July. I'm really excited for that. And we were going to go to Ibiza like June time. Whether we will or not, I don't know. It all sort of depends on other factors that are happening, may not be happening. Being a gym beginner, a lot of people tell me no one cares, but I overthink it. I know this sounds really hard to believe, and it probably won't relieve any anxiety that you have about going to the gym, but no one does care. Like, if you're on the Smith machine and there's a boy, a girl next to you on another Smith machine, and like you get a bit flustered, they are so fixated on making sure their form's right. Maybe they're listening to a podcast, maybe they're jamming to a playlist, like they're focusing on their own life. I think if you're really nervous about going to the gym, like as a beginner, either start going to some classes at your, like if it's like a leisure centre or like a gym or whatever, if they've got like a spin class or a HIIT class, like enroll yourself on one of those classes, get yourself familiar with the environment, with the people, with the whole concept of going to the gym, and then just like slowly transition. Like maybe think, oh well, before my class I'll just pop on the treadmill, or you know, after my class maybe I'll go and do like a little 15-minute shoulder workout. Whatever it is, just ease yourself into it. But I feel like don't make it, like don't enroll, like don't sign up and then just be like, I'm too scared to go. Like you've signed up, which is such an amazing step, and like you should be really proud of that. And just go, like you've made the hard step by being like, okay, I want to start the gym. So don't like skip out on it now. Like be dedicated to the goal you've set yourself of starting to go. Maybe take a friend with you, just ease yourself in. Like make sure you feel confident, put a really cute outfit on that you feel confident in, plan your workout before you go, like write in your notes. I still do that now, so when I'm in the gym I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm going from this machine to this machine, and maybe if that second machine's busy, and then like, instead of me standing there thinking, oh I don't know what to do now, I feel nervous, everyone's staring at me, I'm on my phone and I'm like, okay, I can go to this machine, I know what exercise I'm doing. So there's definitely ways to go to the gym without feeling nervous or on your own, and just like facilitate it, like do whatever you need to do to make yourself feel comfortable there. So onto mascara, I've got L'Oreal Telescopic, and then I also got this one last week. It's the Maybelline Falsies, and I would say, I mean, I love this one and you guys know I do. When I got this one Look Fantastic a while ago, I was like, I love this mascara. It makes them so long, so like what's the word, like really long and non-clumpy. This one's a little bit more like full. It makes them look more like wispy lashes, which I also love the look of, but I'm going to use Telescopic. But this one is really good too if you are looking for like a mascara that makes your lashes really full. This is just my like holy grail. I'd say my biggest holy grail makeup products that I don't think, like, you know when people say if your makeup bag got stolen or if you lost it, like what products would you rebuy? I would rebuy the Refi brush. This brush honestly would go everywhere with me. I would rebuy the Weleda Skin Food. I would rebuy this, and I also think I would rebuy the Made by Mitchell blush and the Got To Be Glued brow, because I've never found anything that glues my brows down quite like that. Those are my lashes. How good. Makes them so long and like unclumpy, which I just love. And then someone also asked how to make friends in your late teens/20s coming from an introvert. I am also a introvert. I'm like an extroverted introvert. Like around people I feel really comfortable with. Like I'm obviously comfortable to be myself and chat and whatever, like, but when you first meet me I'm so shy, and it takes me I think I would just say like it takes me a long time to open up to people because I'm very picky with who I surround myself with. I'm just reserved, I would say. So making friends and like meeting new people is not something that comes easily. Like if I go to a party and I don't know anyone, like I am not comfortable to just like leave Ollie and just go and chatting to people. Whereas like some people are like, my cousin he could talk to anyone, and I'm like this, how is he doing that? Like how does he even have things to say? Like I am just very introverted, so I feel you on that. So I would say my biggest advice, be open. Like don't sit there like, you know, like, no, I don't want to talk to anyone, like really quiet, like don't make eye contact with me because I'm not going to talk to you. Be open to people and just, hello, are you okay? Like just be open, like look for the opportunities to make friends. Like if you're going to grab lunch, like, oh, like could I come with you to grab a sandwich, like if you're at uni, or you know if you're starting a new workplace, just like, oh, like so how long have you worked here? If it's just a case of like you want to make new friends or you're not really making friends where you are, go to places where like-minded people are going to be. If you are really interested in yoga, like go to a yoga class, and maybe, you know, before the class get there a little bit early and just like start, oh hello, you know, saw you last week, haha. Or you know, after, like if you've been seeing the same girl, oh like would you like to grab a coffee? Just the worst thing someone can say is, no. And then you go, no problem. Have confidence in the fact that like you would be such a good friend to have, that of course people would want you to be their friend. That is my makeup done. Sorry if that wasn't the best with like names of things, but this was Peach Stocking MAC. It's hard to do both, but this is how my makeup looks. It's always just like really simple, like clean, not even necessarily glowy these days, but I do really like the Milani blush for a nice hint of sheerness on the face. So yeah, that is my makeup done, guys. I hope you enjoyed getting ready with me this morning, having a little bit of a chat together. Let me know if you've got any like makeup products that you think I'm missing or could add to my routine, because I would love to know them. I love to up my makeup game. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.